running here. I think that's the first time we see that in the tournament also. So it's always nice to see new clans making it up into the tournament here. We have actually a double snake for Ducks the Duck and Onat. Double snake. So that's new. Confidence and Moscarp going with Wolf and Dragon here. So we have stupidly aggressive team combos right here. That might be a super aggressive game here. Maybe I'm digging something wrong there, but I have the feeling that it will be a super aggressive matchup right here. Double snake. I have heard about this, but I have never seen it, so let's just see and enjoy. It's already checking his lore tree right here. It will be super interesting. I have the sound just a little bit low. Can go a little bit higher with that. So we have Ducks the Duck and Onat with the double snake combo here. Super interesting combo. I'm glad to see something like this in the tournament right here. Confidence and Moscarp. Wolf and Dragon. The Wolf can go for something field rations heavy, but we're going to go for that later. Just right now, I'm of course smelling a skirmisher rush. A really, really nasty early skirmisher rush. But Confidence and Moscarp should definitely smell a strategy like this, so it might be interesting how they react to that. Or Ducks the Duck and Onat have something out of the box planned, because I didn't hear how their last games went and what they did in there. So it might be something completely out of the box right here that, yeah, Moscarp and Confidence don't really reckon with, let's say it like that. You can actually slay 2 sheeps at a time. I didn't know that. So a little bit of a lag here. 2 sheeps for the snake get right away slaughtered. So that shows more and more that it should be something more offensive here. The snake clan, like double snake, I don't know. It could be something out of the box. Let's think that it will be most likely something aggressive here. Let's make a quick switch to Confidence. Let's see how it's running for him. Didn't have the stream open for now. And he is going quite standard. Seems to be rushing for the middle right here, right? I think the Dragon Clan is quite interested in that, since the thralls they will be getting from that are super interesting, but they're definitely interested in getting the middle with 3 scouts at this time still. So interesting how they do that. I think the strategy of them relies greatly on the Dragon, since Confidence is just scouting with 2 scouts, while Moscarp is just out with 1 scout, and the other scout is just somewhere else. I don't know, you were just running around in Moscarp's main base, maybe just converting back into a villager, or actually running into the pit of happiness. Let's call it the pit of happiness. It's the Dragon Clan's pit of happiness. And I guess the middle will be going to Moscarp here. Most likely. Let's investigate this. I'm quite sure that Moscarp will be getting it, since the Dragon Clan should be doing quite more with it, because the bonus thralls should be a little bit more worthy than having, yeah, being able to colonize a tile with the Berserker like once a year. Fat game right here. Yeah, that's definitely very true, False. That is a super fat game right here. I'm super interested in how this will play out, and what are the strategies for the different players, and what are the counter strategies right here. Really neat game right here. I love the clan picks. I love the clan picks. Both playing their clans at their maximum, it seems. Because giving the Dragon the middle right here, it just happened like I thought it would happen. So Moscarp also just running around with 1 scout, so the Dragon has as much economy as it can get, because it's definitely one of the strongest clans you can have around right here. And maybe the double snake strat were actually a little bit of a trap there to fall in. But it's gonna be interesting when the snakes are actually going to attack right here. Because the skirmishers don't need to clear out any areas around there, but the scouts will still give away your rush. Like, your opponent will know when you will be rushing, since your scouts need to come first to your opponent. So you cannot just silently rush him down there. You still need to scout him, but after you have scouted your opponent, you're basically ready to attack him. You can just run through everything right there. Just for the players that might not know that, Snake Clan definitely known to do things like that, but the Dragon and Wolf clan should definitely be great answers to that, because both clans that greatly rely on warband, so they will usually be maybe not completely ready. Oh, this is super smart. Super smart, I love it. The wolf is just attacking right in that moment that destroys it a little bit, but they actually plan to tank with the villager here and kill the wolves with the warrior. So the wolf clan still gets the the food for killing the wolf. They clear out the tile. The warrior doesn't get too much damage, and the dragon clan doesn't even get the debuff from having hurt the villager right there. So definitely a great play. We saw that in the last tournament quite often. A lot of dragon plays right there with this particular strategy. I still love it. Wolf and dragon, great 2v2 combo. Not only because of that, but also because of the aggressive potential that just relies in those clans. Wolf clearing out more and more stuff. Moscarp just trying to get that eco up, I guess. I'm not quite sure which build he will be going for. I'm quite sure he will be going for the build that I don't use. So the build where you mostly sacrifice your thralls and go for a quite standard build with Infantry Mastery. But there are also a lot of different ways for the Dragon Clan, so it's hard to say what is actually his go-to strategy right in this game here. Let's have a little look on the other team and what they are doing. So ducks the duck. Both still on 0 fame. And since this joke never gets old, they have the ancient graveyard right here. So great to notice. If you go for something aggressive with the snake clans, it will actually don't give you anything to have the ghost warriors right here. And we see him ignoring it. He's ignoring the ancient graveyard, and I think there would be no reason to ignore it if you are not planning to go for something aggressive right here. He actually still has a lore master, but he's watching out to not get him on there. I know this is actually the other player right here. Ornat has actually the ancient graveyard, but he doesn't look too aiming for it. So I think, oh, actually a market going up instead of a dock for both players. Actually, for both players. Actually a little bit weird, because like I like my merchants a lot, but as first building you most likely oftentimes go for the dock because you will get the bonus economy for that. But they might be going for an early upgrade for the merchants right here. That could be an idea right there. But if they go super early, they won't actually have time to make this happen. So hard to say. Maybe it's just the flexibility that makes them choose the merchants over the sailors, and they just don't need that lore that much. Like in such early strategies, you oftentimes can just forget about your lore. Like it's not oftentimes a good idea to just completely forget about your lore there, but it can be an idea since yeah, you're just way more flexible with the merchants. You can set them out and then like you want. You don't need to wait for them to come back. And yeah, it's hard to argue for that. It's hard to argue for that. But there are reasons. There are reasons to do something like that. And if it's only black market for the snake, because most likely they will scout out the other players right there, and with the trading posts you will then be able to trade iron and stone to the other player. And that also helps you quite a bit. Like for the snake clan, it's definitely something that can make sense. With other clans, I wouldn't really recommend to go for an only trading post at that point, because you need the lore. You need the lore. You need the lore. Lore is more important than you might think. Lore is even more important than I think, so really don't underestimate it. But for the snake, it can sometimes make sense to do something like this, and it will be such aggressive go for. It will be super interesting. Yeah, because of Moscarp we banned Dragon. She's really good with it. Oh, I can imagine it. I can imagine. Really crazy. So let's see what she can do with it. Like we saw how she just went in with the villager there, and confidence cleared it out very nice. So it really looked like in the last tournament where, I don't know what we're doing again. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I actually had the name. No, it were Sheep Rush 101. That were the team. And they oftentimes did that all the time. I just wanted to find the specific name in my Steam friends, but I cannot. I cannot. That isn't too important. But Sheep Rush 101 did that oftentimes too. I'm quite sure. Oh no, Van Rail's team I were watching all the time also did that often. And were quite nice to watch right there. But I like the strategy right here from the Snake Clan. We see the skirmisher camps going up here. So what they mostly need is scouts, but they are already upgraded. So this part of the strategy is already done and they now need to scout out the opponents right here. The scout camp could actually also just been broken down and now they just hope for a small map to actually make something happen there. Let's jump over to confidence and see what they do against it, because when you play against double snake, I think you know what you're against. The berserker is already out. So that's a great timing here for confidence. The Dragon Clan already above the 200 Fame mark. So the Fame already kicked in. He got his bonus thralls right here. Helps a lot. That really helps a lot. Merchants instead of gold because you get more gold. Yeah, because of the trade. Because of the trade. My answer will come super late and Bashpop already answered it. So thanks a lot, Bashpop, man. Yeah, it's mostly because of the trade. This is the main reasoning because of it, because you can black market trade later on to your opponents. Like a little bit of iron will give you insane amount of golds, and if you go for this early of a rush like we will be seeing right here, it will be quite important that you have every gold that you can lock down. You will definitely want to have, and therefore it can also make sense to really not go for the dock right there. It's hard to describe because with other clans you shouldn't definitely think like that. The lore is quite important, and also as a Snake Clan player you will want lore, but if you go for a very aggressive build up, you wanna not pay for anything that doesn't give you like something that gives you right to your goal. You want to right to your goal. So the market can make a lot of sense there to just have the trading going on there, like trading post, not the market, of course. The gold for the wolf is 160 and still 2 warband, and this is basically what the rush is banking on. Like a lot of players will around 801 not really be ready for something like they will be pulling off right here. It's super interesting. Let's just jump over to the other team here and see what their gold counts are looking at and what they are seeing off the map, because this is just right now, of course, the most interesting thing to know. What are the snakes actually doing? 4 dragons will be enough to hold. That can be enough. Yeah, man, that's really sure. But will there be 4 dragonkins at that point? This is the big question. Because the camps are going up right now. I think we see around 8 warband for Duckster Duck, 400 gold. So that should easily be going up right there. We actually see 10 warband for him, maybe even aiming for 12. And they're scouting out for Moscarp here, so hurting the dragon player, what I think is actually like that's very lucky. Like you have the 50-50 chance of course there, but going for the Dragon Clan player will be the more valuable thing here anyway, in my opinion, since you can definitely have the chance to get a revolt right there, and if there's happening a revolt in a team game, it's usually GG. Like you can't really recover from losing all your thralls at that point. And scouting out the first tile there. Can't really say which tile it will be. I think they will need at least 1 more to scout out, but they could already start the attack if they plan on doing it that early. I guess the economy for Onat should look quite similar. He's also going for a ruin right there and getting more camps, so the army count for Onat shouldn't be too low too. I can't really say if Moscarp and Confidence get really ready for this amount of army that is coming towards their way. I'm just gonna quickly jump over to them to check if Confidence is reacting with a little bit more army there. That could be quite important for him, because if he doesn't react with a few war camps right now, it could be already too late. It could already be too late. But he is on 4 warband right now. He has his berserker already, so there is already quite something for a defense right there. There is the war chief for Moscarp, I think. And the first little nagging is starting right here. And with that, Moscarp and Confidence should definitely know that they need to get camps now. And you see, definitely want to get more camps. It is very early. He has 200 gold. He can get 6 army. And combined with the villagers of Moscarp, they should be fair. Ah, they actually go for the wolf player here. They actually go for the wolf player here. Well, you don't have to fight against the slaves, have maybe a little bit of easier time to kill them. But you give the Dragon Clan, of course, a little bit more time to build himself up, so I don't know if it should be a little, if it shouldn't be a little bit better to attack the Dragon Clan player, but here, right here. But attacking the Wolf Clan is actually not a bad decision here. Like, it should also be helpful for them. Well, the attack must happen in the next time. 6 warband here for Confidence, and it should only be rising the more time passes. But I have the feeling that we will already be seeing popped army right here. Yeah, there is it. So we have 10 skirmishers here. Going for ducks to duck. Even more. We have 11. Just quickly be killing those ghost warriors here. They're also upgraded, so we have upgraded skirmishers, most likely with under pressure. That will give them a little bit more of an attack bonus. And Onat will also be popping out his army here. The scouts are still out. He shouldn't have too much of a problem to hold this army out for quite some time. So, good time to attack here. Let's see if it worked out. Let's see if it works out. Can't see the numbers of Onat right now. They are very interesting. Like, how many can he get? Are this 10 or 8? Maybe 9. Let's say 9. 9 for Onat. Confidence tries to answer with his Berserker right here. Berserker should be a strong answer to that, and they will face quite a big supply lines debuff. So Confidence and Moscar definitely have the defensive advantage right here, while Moscar needs to react right now, and I cannot tell you how ready he already is. Does he already have the 8 Dragonkin altars? Dragons tend to wait a little bit until the Dragonkin altars go up, so that is why they most likely keep on the scouting right here, to know what the dragon is actually doing, because what the dragon does is so important, and if the dragon doesn't have the upgrade on the Dragonkins right now, they're also not the best answer to big amounts of army right there that can do a lot of poke damage. So, have a little bit of let's go. Ah, lag again. Okay. Would really like to see this fight. But most likely there will be no fighting right now. Because Moscarp will take quite some time to get his Dragonkins out anyway. I guess the fight will definitely happen on the last tile. And I hope we don't miss it. Right now we're going right in. There we go. A big amount of Dragonkins? No. Just 4. 4 Dragonkins. I just thought that were all Dragonkins. And they are actually blocking the Dragonkins right here. This is so nice. Aska good. Really using the mechanics of the game right here. By keeping the Dragonkins out for a little bit longer. And they will try it again. They will try it again. They need to straight go for the skirmisher right here. Because they cannot go out of the tile if the skirmisher is still alive. Ah no, yeah they can. Okay. It's actually still possible. There's the fight happening. Ah, that looks quite hard, man. And we have another lag just at that moment. This is, of course, a good time. But there we go, back again. It looks like they can defend. It looks like they can defend. I only see 7 more skirmishers for team red and green. So the defense might have worked out right here. But I don't know if that is actually already the end for Team Onat and Ducks the Duck right now. Because the Dragonslayers definitely have still markets upbound and can still mine a little bit of stone and iron out to make it happen there. Even saves Wolf maybe. Yeah, that could happen. The Dragonkins are now out for Moscarp, and Moscarp definitely don't want to get them back. Like, you cannot get them back into villagers as a dragon, of course. You will need to sacrifice the Dragonkins, and usually you don't want to do that and rather want to organize the back attack, but they shouldn't be really ready to get the attack, the counter attack running right now. Let's just jump over to confidence right now and see how it's running for him. Yeah, confidence already has a good lore tree right here. He should be able to recover quickly from this, like at least a little bit quicker than the snakes should usually do, since the wolf can just get a lot of stuff from the map. I don't know if the berserker survived. He did, so shouldn't have too much problems here to get back to the position he wants. He can still live off wolves here. And there, in general, if you look at the mini-map, you see a lot of grey dots running around there. And for a wolf player, that's always a great thing, because, you know, that is gold and food just running over the map, waiting for you to gather it, basically. So he's ready for an upgrade, just showing that to us. He can upgrade everything he wants, and this gold count is also quite good, so gonna be interesting. Nice bug. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I cannot. I knew that. Sometimes you'll have 10 iron, but it's not actually 10. Like, it will be just 9.9, but it will show as 10 because it rounds up, you know. That what you get shown is always just a rounded up number. And if you have 9.5 or 9.6 iron, it will already show as 10, even though it isn't 10. It's just a visual that shows it to you, and yeah, like if there would be dots for every number, it would look a little bit stupid. But sometimes it happens like that. A little bit more of a lag right here. I think that Moscarp and Confidence will now take a little bit of time. Even though that Moscarp doesn't want to sacrifice those Dragonkins. I think he already did. I think he already sacrificed too. To get a little bit more of an eco advantage right here. Even though that the wolf doesn't look right now like he would be recovering that quick. He doesn't really need to, since he has quite good lures that just let him live off the map. Like, let's see. Spores of War is already there. He gets 50 wolf therapy off the struggles, so what he needs is basically just healers. And if they plan to do it in one push, he doesn't even need them. Still has enough for an upgrade. Nah, he doesn't. I just realized that we talked about that he doesn't have. Let's look over to the snakes right now. How is their gold count looking? The only thing they can really do is try to get another push running. It's mostly the only thing you can do right there. A little lag. What causes the lag? It is a stream. And I don't know. Steam buffering. Yeah, man. Steam is not that good at Steam streams. Like, tried to use it a few times, but oftentimes, like, you need a really crazy internet connection so your Steam stream is really lag-free. And not a lot of people have this. I didn't had a lot of Steam streams that are actually completely lag-free. And yeah, I asked to excuse this. It's the best way we could do it right here. Since, yeah, sadly don't have a spectator mode. But I still think it's a nice way to spectate the match. Even though it could be a little bit better though, of course. Like, there's room to improve. I'm not gonna complain about that. I'm not gonna lie about that, rather. Dragon has a great position here, just in fame and in lore. Just going away. And we have a little pause here. For It was for 30 seconds. Ornat, just having a quick pause right here. Just excusing that. Oh yeah, that's a great second for lag right here. So, who do you think who will win this game? Chat, even though I will just see it 3 minutes later. I'm guessing that a lot of people are now on the side of Team Enjoy, since Moskarp and Confidence seem to be in a great position right now after surviving the rush right here, while I wouldn't count out the Dragonslayers right here. They are definitely still in this game and are back on around 250 gold here. So this is not nothing, this is 250 more than nothing. Signy gets healed. At 803, Signy can go over with the skirmishers into the other tiles. This will also be a quite important time for the snakes that will make their armies considerably stronger. They also have their one tile that gives them a lot of under pressure bonus if they can park skirmishers right there. That's why they are always fighting against the blue and brown player here. Like, if you ask yourself, while this fight in this tile here is all the time happening, the Snake Clan will get an under pressure bonus by +2 happiness and +2 food for every tile they set under pressure. And this tile is basically a tile where you set 2 players at the same time under pressure, because you set the blue and the brown player at the same time under pressure, and therefore get a lot of happiness and gold for that, and that's why they want to get their skirmishers right there. The sick villagers just get converted into skirms and most likely sacrificed by the snake player right here. Interesting go-to. I don't like that too much on medium difficulty actually, but it can be a great go-to to just not have too many low villagers around. Can help a lot. Guerrilla tactics now working, just on 6% though, but this can still rise up. Sadly not killed a lot of wills with the last push. Oftentimes you can get a big bonus through an early push there, and maybe already go in with 20% guerrilla tactics bonus into the second push there, and a lot of people forget that, and that can actually give the Snake Clan a second breath right there. And of course the year 803, where here 2 Signies will kick in and actually 2 Scorched Earths. So quite important in the later stages of the game. That's why these snakes didn't GG it right here, definitely, since they're definitely still in it here. So let's do... I want to jump over to the other team here, since I want to see how they are doing. Just looking, we're going over with 370 gold. I think there's actually an attack happen very soon, if I'm gonna be honest here. What's happening there? Nothing. So let's just jump over to the other players. Well, I guess that there will be an attack happening soon, like after the winter or something like that. So he's going for a tile right here, the deer tile. The gold looks quite good. In general, the rest of the eco doesn't look that good, but it doesn't have to for the wolf. The wolf just needs to survive, and that's enough. Just get more army together. We have 2 warriors and the Egil going for confidence right here. So he can get quite a bit off the map here. There's still quite a few gray dots, and we see that there are a lot of green and red dots are coming over the minimap, so there will be something happening now. The gold count looks great for confidence though, and I guess Moskarp should also be in a great situation, being almost on 500 fame right here. So we should see a few more than 4 Dragonkins here. I'm quite confident about these about this defense, and that isn't even a word joke right here. I just realized it might seem like one. No, I think they can definitely defend this. I think they can do this. See a few Dragonkins coming from the top right there. I would say this is around 5 or 6. But if they have to upgrade, even a few less could already be enough. Like the upgrade is just that important for it. And I guess, well, the last fight it weren't really there. So, a bit of a loading time. So they already got the next tile right there. They are in the main tile, that much could I see. But now the fight will happen. They will try to fight on the outside, I guess. And will they actually take the fight here? Confidence in Northgard. Or will they just stay in the main tile and see if Dragonslayers and Onad can even keep up this army? I think they can. I think they can. But they're aiming for more villager kills here. Again, trying to stop out the other player. It's quite... Ah, yeah. On this tile it doesn't work. I learned that much in this tournament, so you never learn out. Oh, they can still get ghosts. Yeah, they can definitely still get ghosts. But just right now, it doesn't help them too much, since they are usually just running through the map without clearing anything out. So they will need units that can also do that, but their armies will be cleared out here quite heavily. And now Northgard should have a quite scary number of war Dragonkins too. That should be enough to get an attack running against the other team. The map looks quite clear too. They have a quite clear path to the other player if there aren't too much cliffs right here in the area. You can see it on the minimap. If there are no cliffs going around it, they have a very clear path into the other base of the red player. But I would actually guess that there are a few cliffs, so they can't really do that. Going on the way around here. They will need to clear out quite a bit, but in the end that will give the wolf quite a bit of gold too. So, I wouldn't worry too much about that one skirmisher and rather go through. I think you heard me right there. She heard me right there. I'm very sorry about that. Just trying to get that running. And there are the volcanic eruptions. Coming soon actually. I thought it would... Oh no, it happened. It happened right now. So the stones are down on the map. Let's see how much they care about this. Since they are going for a more late game strategy right here, it could actually make sense for them to go for the stone right there. But they don't seem to be too interested. And rather want to clear out those. I guess the Snake Clan players should have quite some problems with that. Or are they just healing? I think they're just healing. Killing the next skirmisher right there. Northgard. Chilling out. Most likely healing. Like her Dragonkins. Definitely very healthy. Need quite some time to heal. I don't know if she already upgraded the healer's hut. So without an upgraded healer's hut, I'm quite sure that you already did that, because that would be quite hard to upgrade Dragonkins. Even with medicine and upgraded tools, it is really hard. Yeah, sorry, Snugman. Can't do much about that. I can't even get audio. Okay, that's weird. For me, it's all running quite normal. Just like the streams right here, not going too well, and my bitrate is actually looking quite good, so I can't do anything about that. Everything was running right here is just the Steam stream. But they're getting the army up right now. I don't know how many Dragonkins are these. 5. Nah, 4. 4 Dragonkins plus the War Chief. With the upgrade most likely. So that could be enough to make quite some damage there. They're not caring about the event, they rather want to attack here. And I think this is the right decision. Signy is not scorching the earth, she cannot do it, but he need half of a month. Half of a month and Signy can start with Scorched Earth. And give the snakes quite a decent advantage in that tile. They might actually be waiting for that, but that could be too long. That's a great timing for Confidence and Moscow to attack here before both Scorched Earth come in and give the snakes that much of a fighting advantage on a single tile. They decide to push into the tile here and try to lock down the game. I think that's a super good decision. It could be the game-winning decision, definitely. Even if it doesn't work out, they do a lot of damage there. The snakes cannot recover that easily, and then these stone giants will attack them, and that will also be quite hard to deal with. Just boost their stone and she can up kins more. Yeah, that could also be a good decision. The stronger her dragonkins get, the better, of course. And with the... Okay, he's not even watching the fight right there. I think he's lagging out himself. On which stream are we right now? Okay. And the attack actually got blocked by the snakes. The snakes are pushing back here. This is interesting. I'm just gonna go back onto the snake stream, I think. Nah, come on. Just gonna stay here. Because Confidence is most likely going to be the one who gets the attack here. He can't pop out near army. He has quite some gold ready there. So... not too bad for him, while losing his Berserker, definitely not too perfect in that situation, and the snakes actually found a way back into the game right here. It is 8:03, Signis could actually join the fights, and the way is actually free too, so now the Ghost Warriors could get quite important. And now, Confidence and Moscarp actually have to deal with the Stone Giants themselves. So every player most likely having quite a few problems right here to deal with the Stone Giants and the other players right now. This is Ragnarok. This is getting a lot of problems from the map. But it seems to be working out great for him there. The skirmishers are just pushing into the tiles of Moscarp there. It's hard to tell how Moscarp is just defending this, because of course Confidence is not watching that too much right now. He's just quite, yeah, has quite something to do with the Stone Giants in his tile right there. Now going over. Let's actually stay here for a minute. Oh, another Stone Giant. So many Stone Giants all over the map. Moscarp will lose 2 tiles here. Let's see if she can get a few more Dragonkins working for her. Oh, this is the tile with her upgraded. Oh, damn it. That hurts. The Dragonkin altar is gone. The fight will clearly go to Moscarp and Confidence right here. But can they go back? Can they go back and try to attack? The snakes right here. The wolf is getting sicker and sicker. The wolf is getting sicker and sicker. I think he lacks the wood right there. And the Murkalfa. Oh my god! If you talk about timing, the Murkalfa are just attacking. Oh no! Oh no! This hurts so much. This is such a bad timing for a Murkalfa attack. Just when you have quite a few warriors out to clear out for you and your mate, the Murkalfa decide to attack. And take away all of your economy. This is why the wolf gets sick right here. Like, in general, his economy shouldn't have been that bad. He could have just gotten 1 woodcutter and he would have been fine right there. But here he needed to... Oh, he needed to sacrifice a big time of his warriors right there. And gave actually the snakes a little bit more of a way back into the game. Even though that they also have a big problem with the Stone Giants right there. So not a lot going right for the players here in this game. The aggressive strategy definitely working out by stretching the game into the long. And I wouldn't say that the rush failed so bad if they are definitely 803 still in the game. So something must have worked out there. Something must have worked out there. A Murkalfa attack, of course, super unfortunate. Onar and Daxtadak should actually have not too hard of a time with a ranged war chief to actually get rid of the Stone Giants again. While they will lose the buildings on that tile, definitely. See right here. Confidence, still have such a stone giant right next to him. Losing quite a few buildings for that. And it's hurtful. 200 gold for him running. Hopefully Moscarp in a little bit better of a situation. So going like they don't have a lot of tiles too. Let's just jump over to the snakes and see how much they actually get hurt by the attack here of the stone giants. They definitely messed up their game plans here. They messed up their game plans right there. But he's actually converting again. Not a lot. I think that will be 6 skirmishers, but with Signy it could be enough to do quite a bit of damage here and defend against the Murkalfire attack that is also going in onto Duckster Duck right here. He's a little bit more ready for this, can defend it, and will have the debuff for definitely way less time than his opponent right here. And most likely will be heading into the enemy base right away. Signy now with the Scorched Earth equip. This could be super interesting. They got into the game, man. They got really into the game. Signy can now also run through the enemy tiles without having problems out there. Excuse me. We actually have 8 skirmishers going for Duckster Duck right here. So everything what Onat can get ready here can really make the difference. It is not that much actually for Onat. I thought so since his... Yeah, we already see his area. He got quite hurt by the attacks of Confidence and Moscarp. Definitely quite good time to tax here. There are towers on both tiles that should make it quite hard to get good damage done right there. But man, they have 2 times Signy's Scorched Earth, so in general they shouldn't have too much of problems right there. Duckster Duck, also not all too sure what he will be getting for Signy's year 18, so he definitely still has it up after a year, but I oftentimes did that too. If you're concentrated, you oftentimes forget that. There's the fight happening. Super important fight. Scorched Earth is on that tile, so these snakes get bonus attack like hell on that tile. And oh my god, they can defend it. That might be the end of the game right here. The snakes can lock it down with the early rush attack. Even though it didn't look at the start like it would be enough right here, they can lock it down with more and more pressure. They didn't give up from the start of the game and definitely brought it back right here. Super interesting game right here. Like, Dragonslayers, very, very good. Very, very good. Great game here by the Dragonslayers. GG, well played. Confidence and Moscarp here also played a great game. Really good how they defended it right there. Yeah, Moscarp with a great micro there of the Dragonkins. Really enjoyed it, but the double snake attack could actually lock it down. That was crazy, man. Such a crazy match. Super nice. Nice to watch right here. Gonna jump out here.